Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, you really need to internalize this message. I know that your self-esteem might have been knocked, your self-love might have been knocked, it's been taken out of you, so to speak, by this narcissist that was involved in your life. But you really need to know how special you are in God's sight, or the universe's sight, the creator's sight, the source. Like, whatever your belief system is, like, you are a special individual. You are really a special individual, and it's just not going to happen. I can't emphasize enough. They just won't find another you. They just won't. It's rare for a narcissist, right, to even come across an empath. That's rare to begin with. Even for a narcissist to come across an empath, it's rare to begin with, right? That's really rare. You need to know that. And they come across you. They were very fortunate to have found you. Yes, they may have devalued you. Yes, they may have casted you aside like you're nothing. Yes, they may have made out you're worthless, right? But this is all an agenda. This is all a motive. They like doing this to people. They like making people feel worthless. It inflates themselves. It makes them feel better. They've got the inferiority complex. They're the one that felt less than you throughout the whole relationship when you're involved with this narcissist in your life. They always felt less than you. Everything you've done, they felt like it was a spotlight on them, making them feel like shit, right? Sorry for my language, but that is basically what it was. You made them feel that way, unconsciously. You weren't deliberately trying to make them feel this way. You weren't deliberately trying to invoke feelings of low self-esteem, low self-worth in them. They have this naturally. They have this in them naturally. You need to internalize this message, right? You need to love yourself, right, on the healing journey. For however long you go on the healing journey for. Healing journey is a lifetime journey. And I don't want that to make you feel daunted by that analogy. But it is. You're a victim of abuse. You've been through abuse. You being a victim doesn't define you. No, it doesn't. It doesn't define you. You're a special empath, right? And it doesn't define you being a victim, right? You're much more than that. But look, this narcissist is never going to find someone who supported them in the same way. Someone who is open in communication like how you are. Someone who just the small little things that you used to do. They won't find that. You need to know how rare you are and how precious you actually are. They're never going to find it. They're just not, right? You need to break the cycle that you're in if you are in it, because so many victims of narcissistic abuse, I see in the comment section, they've seen through the veil. They realize now. They know the narcissist is never going to find another them. They know that, right? They know that. And you've got to understand that the narcissist might be deluded, right? They are deluded, so to speak. They are very deluded, right? But they're not that deluded to not know your worth. They know your worth. And that's the reason why there was an agenda to make you feel like nothing. That's why there was an agenda to make you feel worthless, through the various ways that they do this in a devaluation. It was a strategically planned, very decisive, precise plan and plot to make you feel worthless. That's what you was up against, day in and day out. Yes, you might have been a loving, caring, romantic partner in that situation. Yes, you might have been a loving, caring friend. Yes, you might have been a loving, caring family member. Yes, you might have been a loving, caring colleague or associate towards them. Whatever the case may be, you may have been doing your best by them, by your comprehension at the time, right? You were doing your best that you could possibly do for them at the version that you was at that time, right? You was doing the best that you could do. They know that you're worth so much, right? They know that you're worth a lot. They know this about it, right? And what a lot of empaths and chosen ones fall into the entrapment of the narcissist after they're discarded, reverse discarded, or even if you've done the cutting off, they leave you with the feeling that you could have done more. And that's another part of their strategic plan, right? It's very strategic. It's very premeditated. They want you to feel like you could have done more. Oh, if this went this way. Oh, but if it went like that, if, but, and maybe, or maybe if this just happened. They want you to start going through the if, buts, and maybes and all of that to mess with your head. Remember, you done your best by your comprehension and your abilities at the time of when you was involved in their life. That was the best version of yourself at that precise time. That moment in time, that was the best version of yourself, right? And you done the best that you possibly could do at that time. I don't want you to think that because now you've grown, now you've elevated, now you've healed a bit. I don't want you to start ruminating and thinking that you could possibly do more, because that is the narcissistic entrapment. They want to keep you bound. They want you thinking like that. They want you thinking on those neurological pathways of thinking that you could possibly do more. Don't ever go down that road. You done your best, but you may have done things wrong. You're not perfect. No one's perfect. You may have done things wrong. Reactive abuse. You might have acted out of character at times. Things of that nature. That may have happened. But they pushed you to that. You've got to see this was a motive and an agenda the whole time to bring out the worst in you. You being with a like-minded empath will bring out the best version of yourself. You being in a romantic relationship with a fellow empath, you being in a friendship with a fellow empath, you having colleagues or associates that are fellow empaths, you having a family member that's a fellow empath, they'll bring out the best in you. They honestly will. And they're so unselfish. They're not going to sabotage your progression or ascension or your growth. They're not going to do that. They're going to be there supporting you along the way, right? And this narcissist that was involved in your life wasn't supportive. It wasn't loyal. They didn't have your best interests at heart, right? And wherever they go, they will never find you, ever. Wherever they look, wherever they turn, they will never, ever find you again. You need to know this, right? Stop looking through the lens of seeing them with a new supply or new supplies or new affiliates or whoever, right? And thinking that you're missing out. You're not missing out on nothing. You're not missing out on nothing. These new supplies and new affiliates are just as phony as they are. They're frauds like they are. They're like minds. Misery loves company, right? They're miserable sacks of shit. Sorry for my language, but they are. That's what a narcissist involved in your life is. They're miserable, they're unpleasant, right? And they need supply. So after all's been said and done and you've gone east and they've gone west, they need supply. They have to get supply from whatever type of supply that is. They know they can't get it back from you. They know they've already awoken you to some degree. These narcissists saw it in your eyes that you were awakening. That's why a lot of them run off scared. They saw you were awakening to the fact that they're full of BS, right? That's a lot of the reasons why you were discarded, some of you, in brutal ways, or reverse discarded. Narcissists involved in your life saw that you were waking up to who they were. And it may have just been an inkling or a whim in your mind at the time, but they could see it in your eye. They could see in your eye that you're waking up. And they don't like awakened empaths. Narcissists like subservient empaths, unawakened empaths. They don't like awakened empaths. Who you are now, if you're on this video, it's highly likely you're an awakened empath. You've woke up to the spell. You've woke up to the abuse. You've woke up to what they are. Please, please, you do not need them in your life. Do not feel like you can do more. Do not go down those pathways in your mind, thinking you can do more, thinking because you've evolved, thinking because you've become a better person. They're not making those same contributions. They're not striving to be a better person. They're not striving to be a better version of themselves. That's your journey. That's what you need to go on, right? And whatever it looks like on the surface, it's not the reality. Whether they're with new suppliers, new affiliates, flying monkeys, whatever the case may be, right? And they're glorifying, they're going on holidays and they're living this best version of their lives. Please stop looking at their social media. Firstly, just stop looking. You need to get into the pattern of not looking. However hard that may be for you, you need to stop looking, right? You need to focus that energy that you're putting outwardly on them into yourself. For however long you can remember, for however long you're involved with this narcissist involved in your life, for however long you're involved with them, you was putting out so much energy into them. Please put that energy into yourself, or put it into people that are deserving of having that energy. They're not deserving of having that energy. Put it into people that are worthwhile of having that energy. Don't put it in to people that are fakes and snakes. Alternatively, put it into yourself till you reach a point that you feel trustworthy enough to put that energy into someone else, you know? Look, the narcissist is never going to find another you, ever. They're never going to find another you, ever. And, you know, the thing about narcissists involved in your life is, right, when they had you around, they were very comfortable. They thought, they got you where they want you. They got you in the palm of their hand. They've got you in the clutch, right? It's only afterwards. That's when they truly realize. They never realize when they've got you in their lives. They never realize what they had. And that's why they become bizarre. That's why they become obsessive afterwards. That's why they don't leave you alone afterwards in some cases. That's why they spy on you from a distance, even from a distance where you don't know they're spying on you. They don't leave you alone afterwards. They're parasites. They become obsessive and delusional and weird. They're always weird. They're always delusional. They're always obsessive. Don't leave you alone on the spiritual realm as well. You know, they obsessively think about you. This causes an energy shift. This causes soul ties. This causes, you know, possibly you to ruminate about them because they're focusing and channeling all their energy on you, even when there's a big distance between you. You need to be aware of these things. You need to be aware, right? But wherever this narcissist turns, you need to know they're never going to find another you. You really need to internalize how special you are, how unique you are. There's never going to be another you. There's only one you. They will never find another you. For as long as they search, wherever they go, they will never find another one of you, because you are a unique creation with a unique fingerprint, a unique eye print, a unique voice sequence, right? They will never find another you ever again, right? The more and more that you really internalize what I'm trying to deliver in this video, right, you'll never be in that place where you think, oh, the narcissist is doing this, or the narcissist is doing that, or the narcissist is living their best life. Like, you're not going to be caught in that spell, in that bind. You're not going to be caught up in that, right? I really don't want you to be caught up in that. Please, you need to break from that cycle. Don't let them keep you bound in the chains, the psychological chains, right? I mentioned about the neurological pathways that they try to infiltrate in your mind, right? Just by leaving you or discarding you, reverse discarding you, or being so outrageous and horrible to you that you cut them off. They leave you with the thoughts and the if, buts, and maybes that possibly you could do more, like I touched on earlier in the video. Please don't go down that route, all right? Don't go down the route of if, buts, and maybes. You could do more. Don't go down the route of thinking they're living their best life. See beneath the veil. They're miserable, right? They were even miserable when they had you as a beautiful blessing that they had in their life, a special blessing. They're even miserable then, right? They're not going to be satisfied wherever they go. They're unsatisfiable creatures, full stop. No matter how empathetic you are, no matter how special you are, they always want more. And then when they go and strive for more, or go out there and get more, or not more, they go out there and get something else, then they realize that they messed up. Then they start looking back in retrospect. Then they start having self-absorbed regret. Then they start becoming delusional even more. You know? Then they're haunted by your absence. All of this exists in the psyche of the narcissist mind that was involved in your life, right? Just understand, and the narcissist will never find another you wherever they go, and you need to work on your self-love. Some of you already have, and it's beautiful that you have. You need to build up your self-love, internalize your self-love, and make sure that you don't allow this parasite to keep you bound in thinking that they're living their best life and you're missing out on something. Please break from that. You have to break from that. They will never find another you ever, right? You're special. You're a chosen one. You're an empath. They're never going to find another you. You've done your best by them, by the version of who you was at that period of time. And you may have grown since then. You may have grown in knowledge. You may have grown in wisdom. You've awakened. You've learned more. You may be following pursuits in your life, better in your life. Don't offer that back to them. Don't build the bridge back to them. Don't be the one building the bridge back to them. They're ruminating about how to build the bridge back to you. They're weirdos. They're weirdos. That's what is in their minds now. They even if you've rejected them, door slammed, bolted and welded it shut, gone no contact, they'll go off and lick their wounds and then they'll come back again. They're weirdos, right? So if you want to know more about the narcissist reaction when you leave them alone, click this video here. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.